This GoldenEye source is no good.
Start broadcast. And there we are with me and cue music. Hello everybody, welcome to Tech Talk Tonight. This is episode number 16. I'm here with familiar face. Nope, there's familiar face Gavin.
Hello.
And unfamiliar face, Mr. John Foley.
Nice to be here.
And I'm Braden Enzi or something like that. We're here mostly to play video games, but we're also going to do a show while we don't pay attention to the NSFW show, although we do have their soundboard ready and waiting.
The cat.
1059.
Cut it.
I can't. That's the problem.
Shut it.
There, we can do that.
All right.
There we go. We're muting there.
So John Foley is my good friend from U of I. He's an expert in Apple and lives up in Chicago.
I'll go with that, yeah.
Just go with it, buddy. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Remember, we're keeping these down to 15 to 20 minutes, Braden. We can't start rambling on.
Sure we are. Whatever you say, Gavin.
Where you ramble really quickly.
Exactly. So what's new with you, John? What's in your world of technology? What have you been playing with recently? Is it all iPad all the time?
Yeah, it's Christmas time or holiday season, so all of the apps are 99-cent sales. So I'm going a bit crazy with those. I haven't actually played with any of them yet, but I've downloaded a bunch. So maybe I'll actually use. So EA Sports has all their, Need for Speed, a lot of the different board games, Yahtzee, all of that stuff is on sale now. And actually, because there's snowstorms in Europe, what's that good service called? I don't know, the travel tourism one.
TripIt?
No, I don't know. They put a bunch of their...
Kayak?
It's more about plans for the city. Let's see, I've got it. You can see me looking on my screen here. It's Lonely Planet.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of Europe travel guides that usually go for $6 on sale for free for the next 48 hours to help people cope with the snowstorm and figure their way out through Europe. So I downloaded a bunch of those. Check them out. And so that's what I've been doing.
That's really interesting. So did Apple... Does Apple make these 99-cent sale, or is it like each app developer has to institute the sale themselves?
Each app developer. I haven't started developing yet myself, so I'm not exactly sure how the process works, but I think there's an app that the developers can go in and kind of set their prices and see some usage statistics.
That's interesting.
Yes, so they can change it whenever they like, as far as I know.
Very cool. Apple is all. What's going to be the future of tablets? There's going to be Android. There's that one tablet. What's it called? The
Palm one?
Yeah, there was another one. Samsung. Yeah, the Tab, the Galaxy Tab.
That's Android.
That's Android tablet.
Android based.
CES, or did I say that right? It's coming up soon, and I think Motorola is supposed to announce a Honeycomb-based tablet.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Honeycomb is actually supposed to be the first Android version that was designed for tabs, or to be be able to run on tabs. Although we're seeing the Android-based tabs out for the Christmas season running Gingerbread?
Yeah, it's the ice cream.
Froyo.
Gingerbread's
after. What's the one that's right now? Honeycomb. That's coming out. And I might have that wrong. Is Gingerbread might be actually the first one that's for tabs.
I don't know what order they are, but
it's alphabetical.
Right.
There's also the BlackBerry tablet that's supposed to be that they announced, but they didn't have any actual prototypes.
Hasn't been developed whatsoever. It seems they just made a fancy video.
It's vaporware, but presumably it'll be out in February or March, which I'm looking forward to as a rim snood. I don't know what that word is. I don't know. But go BlackBerry. That's what I'm all about.
Back to just happened.
All right, what else is happening in tech these days?
Quantum computing explained in 20 questions. It was just a fun article I read today. On the Perillo site.
Yeah, so that article, Braden will surely put the little link in the show notes, I'm sure. But John Foley, this article talks about how it's trying to explain like quantum computing, and it's basically saying the game 20 questions where like you think of an item and then someone tries to guess it based on the 20 questions.
Right.
Basically, it's trying to explain quantum computing in terms of.
So quantum 20 questions would be somebody in the room, or everybody in the room is supposed to pick out an object, and then the guesser would leave the room, and the others do not agree on a secret object. They only agree to answer each question truthfully. Each responder starts with a private object, but changes it if something that agrees with the previous answer. So they're changing what their object is that they're secretly trying to get the guesser to guess.
Yeah, so like the person who's guessing will say, "Is it as big as a bread box?" And then he'll say, if the first person says it's smaller than a bread box, then the second person has to change the thing he's thinking about to something that's actually smaller than a bread box, even if the original thing he was thinking of was larger. Have we confused you yet, John?
Yes, I'm completely confused. I have no idea. I thought it was answering the top 20 questions
of quantum computing. That would also be a good article.
Okay. I kind of get where it's going, but
I don't really understand. I mean, it's an interesting article, but I don't understand how that relates to quantum computing or quantum theory.
The way that I understand quantum computing, okay, so I think about it in like the audio world type sense. When we started off with audio, we did everything analog, waves going up and down. My voice going into the microphone is still analog till it gets to the computer and stuff. Then we had this whole big digital revolution, and digital became the big buzzword before HD did, and everything went to ones and zeros. I think, and this is my prediction and has been for a long time, we're going to go back to that whole wave spectrum thing. It's just computers are going to be able to understand what that wave means. I think that's what quantum computing is.
Interesting.
Agree? Disagree?
And your education supports this in that you have a degree in physics and quantum mechanics
and rocket science. Oddly enough, they're on the wall. Just they're off camera. Just slightly to Gavin's right over there, right next to Count Dooku, or
Crazy.
So it seems like, I don't know, I remember hearing quantum computing always being talked about as hundreds of years off for some reason. I think I'm remembering that, right? And now lately it seems like it's maybe coming a bit sooner than we thought. Do you guys get that sense?
Possibly. I mean, there's physicists who are definitely looking into it at higher level prestigious institutions like the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. But once that day comes, I'm scared for the internet, frankly, because have you guys heard? I think I've talked to this on Tech Talk Tonight before, that once we have quantum computing, modern SSL encryption that we use to encrypt our data on the internet will be worthless, because these quantum computers can
just figure it out like that.
Decrypt that encrypted information. So we wouldn't have safe banking or safe transactions on the internet anymore once this happens.
Don't you think, though, that can be done in the reverse, though, as well? That we could come up with an encryption with quantum computing,
maybe,
to where our actual encryption code has variables in it? Like every X that you use within your password as, a text version is a variable for something different, and then that would actually make quantum computing make things more secure, and then the bad guys are going to have to go out and get really expensive quantum computers.
Well, the NSA already has that, right?
Maybe.
You've been to the NSA, right, John?
No.
Not that we can say, anyway.
I know I've skipped over some chapters in books called Quantum Cryptography, so maybe I should go back and read those. Try to get in on the lead end of this, right?
Yeah, man, that's the place to be. Speaking of online transactions, did you hear that the I forget what the stat was. I'll have to look it up, but it's essentially online shopping is up like outrageously this year compared to last year. That like people are basically only shopping online now. I mean, clearly people are still at the stores, but it's a big deal that they're moving online.
First year my grandma did. Well, my mom did it for my grandma, but
yeah, there you go.
Another thing I heard is that a lot of people are just bringing their cell phones along to the stores, getting a first-hand, up and close look at all these items, and then checking the price, finding it cheaper online, and then ordering it from the store.
That's the way to do it.
And I think the stores are getting pissed off that they're not selling these things. They're just kind of getting handled.
Yeah, there was even a Wall Street Journal article about that. I'm sure you're talking about that like they're interviewing people at Best Buy and things about how many people just come into the store, try out a digital camera, for example, and then look on their phone and find that they can get it for $40 cheaper on Amazon, and they can order it in Best Buy right there, like they don't even have to wait to get home.
They don't have to go on Best Buy's secret network that doesn't allow them to see Best Buy's, ads that show things cheaper than they actually are in store, and
that was a big deal back. When was that? That was a year ago.
Not too long ago.
Oh, Best Buy.
Yes, Best Buy. Well, we probably hate thee.
So what are your big gadgets that you're looking to buy for the Christmas season, John? Are you set with your iPad, or are you looking to anything new?
I am set with my iPad. The only thing I want to get is right now I have the Magic Mouse, which is nice, but I want the Magic Trackpad for my iMac, so I can just lean back in the chair like this and do my trackpad and not even have to be as lazy as possible.
Wait, Magic Mouse? The Magic Mouse is worthless.
Uh-oh.
Why do you say that?
It's unusable. Anyone agrees. Is that the little thing? That's the mouse with the little tiny ball in it, isn't it?
No, they updated it.
Yeah.
I don't know if
this has gestures on it.
This is a touchpad. Right? This is touch sensitive, so you can scroll like this.
No, they also say that thing sucks.
You're thinking of the Mighty Mouse. I have one of those somewhere in a bin behind you in my storage.
I'm all about the Microsoft mice. See this? This is where it's at, John Foley. Wired.
So ugly.
Dude, I don't go for this wireless stuff. Like, wireless is just too slow for me. Latency.
Bluetooth, but it's on the laptop here.
Latency gets you.
Optorite Laser Mouse is my most majority move. Can't quite get it shot there.
See, that's a.
I just love this because it's huge. Fits my hand.
That's a mouse that's also wired there.
Yeah.
How about you guys? Holiday tech gadgets on your wish lists that you'd like?
I'm looking forward to. Oh, what am I looking? I don't know if I'm getting any tech gadgets. I'm kind of. A tablet PC is really. I really am looking to get a tablet PC, but I don't want to do the iPad right now because I feel like the iPad 2 will come out in like. When do you think? Like March? February, March?
March. I think that's dead on. From all you hear from the manufacturing with all the screens that they're acquiring, and it seems about a year later.
Yeah.
Apple's usual refresh date. So yeah, I'd hold out till March.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think when the iPad 2 hits, I might go for that. I'll look the BlackBerry tablet versus the iPad 2, and we'll see what happens. So I'm kind of waiting, saving my bag of gadget cash until then. How about you, Braden?
Probably not tech. I already had Christmas with my parents and stuff, and they got me a macro lens for my Canon 40D. Really looking forward to that, and it'll actually. I have an adapter that can work on my video camera here on my Canon XLH1. So looking forward to playing with that and stuff. I'm sitting on a little cash from Christmas as well.
Right.
Might actually be looking into investing into a new router.
Burning a hole in your pocket? as it were?
I think it's going to have to burn a little hole in my pocket for a while because I'm kind of saving up for another camera. I want to get into digital DSLR shooting with photo cameras and stuff. And unfortunately, the 40D does not do video.
What is the one that does high def video? The 5D.
The 5D
Mark II.
5D Mark II, and there's also the 7D that's out. But seen some reviews that basically they like the 5D better because of the larger sensor and stuff. I could go either way. They're both not horribly expensive, and there was one used one on BH Photo that was only $1,000 and I missed it. Wish I would have got it. But besides the point, so I'm probably more on the AV side of things wanted.
So we're about to wrap up here, but after the show, we're going to be playing some video game news here. What are we going to be playing here, Braden?
We are going to play GoldenEye, not on an old N64, although I think I could do that because the N64 is still around. But it has just come out of beta. This is GoldenEye Source. It's through Steam, the engine, and it's using the Counter-Strike Source game engine, and they've basically recreated the entire game of GoldenEye, which it's been a long time, but it's the first-person shooter that kind of has stood the test of time, and I am looking forward to playing it again in nice graphics.
Cool. And I don't play video games, but GoldenEye is just one of those games that, as our generation, this is what we played while we grew up. Did you play GoldenEye on N64 back in the day, John?
Oh, all the time. You know, paintball mode and
paintball mode. Yeah,
it has that. Who was Oddjob?
Yeah, because he was so short.
You
couldn't get him.
Yep.
No.
The trick was to
many
get
nights were spent staying up playing that game.
The trick was to get everybody else to be Jaws, the overly large character, and then you run around as Oddjob, crouched, and nobody could hit you. Those were the days. And those days can be relived now with GoldenEye Source.
All right.
There you go. We didn't hit net neutrality.
Oh, well, it's too political anyway.
But it's just like on us. Like right now, like breaking minutes ago, FCC led by Obama appointed Julius Jankowski. Yeah?
Julius Jankowski.
There you go. Sold out net neutrality and future of free speech online. The rules written by Comcast and AT&T, the companies the FCC is supposed to regulate, broke Obama's campaign promise and allow corporate censorship.
Wait, so it's the net is going to be regulated now?
That's what they're saying.
What? This is an outrage.
I see.
Well,
you should be up in arms.
Well, I have not read it yet, so I don't want to make any public announcements of my position, but
and I'm on boldprogressive.org, so this site's skewed
so
one
I guess
way.
I think we just have to read up on the information and see what happens tomorrow.
It's probably true. Mm-hmm. But if we want to give their viewpoint here, they're basically saying corporate censorship will be allowed on your phone, online toll booths will be allowed, basically destroying innovation, and the rules allow corporations to create public and private intranets, destroying the one internet as we know it. Which is actually kind of skews what my solution to this was, that we need to start building Internet 2 right now. I've got a couple boxes of cable. We can just start, making the big runs and create our own network, and we'll just start over from ground up, and I think within a short amount of time we can be back up and running here.
So we'll just connect your house to my house, and then that will be the beginning of Internet 2.
Right.
This will go down in the history books.
I'll be the third house.
All right, we'll roll
There's
it
hub number
up to
3.
Chicago for John. And then we'll just go from there, and we'll make billions.
Right.
Billions!
Make billions by becoming what we're trying to get away from with their whole internet. Yeah. Anyway, so that's basically it. I will thank everybody for being with us. John Foley, thank you very much for joining in. Stick around. We'll be talking some more. Gavin, thanks for being in my house again, drinking my ski. How dare you?
I have not got my Kleenex yet, by the way.
No Kleenex over there?
No.
No.
You'd seen a couple episodes ago, I was the guy you're sending Kleenex to.
That's true. Well, we're going to have to track down those Kleenex because they're spamming me, as it were.
It's a scam.
It's true. Adios.
All right, bye.
And we'll stop that and restart.